Hi, everyone.
Hi, James.
Hi, James.
Welcome to the BeerThralls Presents the Beer Protocol. I'm James. I'm actually drinking whiskey and Coke.
Damn.
I thought it was Mr. Pibb.
Rich
I ran
taste.
out. I ran out of Mr. Pibb.
Boo.
Jake, what are you drinking?
Today I have a lovely Independence Harbor Amber Ale.
Ooh,
I don't know.
I got more monkey shoulder.
and you're Matt.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cling. Oh, yeah. Matt.
Cheers.
Oh,
Click.
yeah, I was
Cling.
gonna say, who's that third person? James called me by name, so you could get away
Yeah.
with assuming I'm Jacob.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, James is known to be a liar.
He's lied to my face on multiple occasions.
No,
He
he
once
hasn't.
told
He
me I
giggles
looked
whenever he
fine,
lies.
and I walked outside with a big red shoe on my face.
You know who's also a liar? Spider Woman.
Whoa, whoa,
Jessica
whoa!
Drew.
Don't take my job. I have one
Yeah.
job here.
Well, no one was setting you up, so I said I took it upon myself.
We're
We
gonna.
had
Spider
a
Woman,
planned
Jessica
intro.
Drew,
No, no, we're gonna.
is a.
No. Don't take my job. I have one job here, and that's recording, and I have two jobs here: recording and making snarky comments.
You have
So
Look,
3 jobs
look at
here.
you go,
Arguing with
holding down 2 jobs. James, how's that dual income?
we're gonna talk about the
terrible.
four-thread Black Widow.
Hey, her name is also Spider Woman, also known as Jessica Drew. She has 4 physical, 3 energy, and 3 mystic defenses. She has 6
You didn't
health,
even write
4
that.
threat, size 2, and movement long. Her builder is energy, bioelectric strike. For range 3, 5 dice. On a wild, she has Neuro Disruption. Before damage is dealt for each wild in the attack roll, the defending character gains one of the following special conditions: poison, shock, or stun. Her spender is energy as well. Intoxicating Blast of range 2. 7 dice, 3 power. On a wild, she has Sensory Overload. If the target character has a poison special condition before damage is dealt, this character may advance the target short. After the attack is rolled, the character drops all objective tokens it is holding. It has a superpower called I Don't Fly, I Glide. For 2 power, places character within range 2 of its current position. This superpower can only be used once per turn. Her reactive power, Interrogate, for 3 power. At the start of the cleanup phase, if this character is within range 2 of one or more dazed enemy characters, it may use a superpower. Its controlling player increases the amount of VPs they score from crisis cards during this cleanup phase by 1. She also has Martial Artist, Stealth, and Immunity Poison and Web Crawler. On her reverse side, the only difference I can notice is 1 less health. Go, gentlemen.
Okay. So, I personally am fond of this model. As you said up top, 4 threat Black Widow is not a thing I was sure I was expecting, but it's not unwelcome. She actually has, with 6 stamina and a 4-3-3 stat line, she could take a few hits. Along on top of stealth and martial artist, if she's in her element, which is within range 2 of an enemy, preferably on a flank so she can't be overwhelmed by enemy numbers, I think she's downright tanky.
I mean, yeah,
Utter
she's got that
silence from
going
the two of
for her.
you.
I'm just generally unimpressed by this character.
I
What a podcast.
so okay. Uh, her attacks are great. An energy attack that basically can pass out poison, shock, or stun. Yay, happy with that. Intoxicating blast. You get to move people around, then they drop all their nonsense. Cool. I'm actually really, really happy about that for 3. Uh, the I don't fly, I glide. I don't care enough for 2. I'd rather do intoxicating blast. Interrogate. Hmm. Hmm.
I
Hmm.
To be fair, so this is not the first time we've seen this ability. This ability does exist on a 3 threat model, Black Widow, Agent of Shield. Um, Again,
I'd be
more
more willing to.
Black Widow theme.
I mean, she's actually better equipped to actually get that to go off.
I think she is much better equipped to do that than Black Widow, Agent of Shield. Because again, Mark, you say I don't fly, I guide isn't that exciting, but if a range 2 placement is the difference between getting an objective or making 2 attacks, then it's probably well worth the power. So to have that kind of mobility, especially if she's sitting on a lot of power, she can use glide to get next to or near one of her teammates is already dazed, and then focus on using intoxicating blast or several bioelectric strikes to soften up other targets around that point, or use the movement to force someone off of a point. And the fact that it's an energy attack with sensory overload, I can't see your hand; it's blurred by your background.
When you're done talking, I'm just waiting.
I'm just letting you know that your hand is just here somewhere.
He's now just blocking you out. Just
Your terrible ideas.
The fact that sensory overload is on an energy attack and not on a mystic attack means it bypasses a lot of characters' defenses against being moved by mystic attacks, such as Juggernaut.
So I have a better question.
go ahead.
Look
I
at
went
James
back to
collapsing his
Black
head.
Widow, Agent of Shield card, and why do you call her the 4-point version outside of they have the same defenses?
Because I'm looking at the 2-cost Black Widow.
That's not Agent of Shield.
I know that.
But you said
But
that.
that was,
Now I
that
got
was so
confused.
so
I originally said the
confrontational.
4-threat Black Cat, and you two shouted me down.
Oh, it's definitely not
Look,
Black Cat.
No, on retrospect, it's not Black Cat. I'm kind of super jazzed for folks who want options like this. Now, we don't have her final affiliations. In this box, we also have Agent Venom. While I suspect they're both coming to Web Warriors, we know Agent Venom is also Guardians of the Galaxy, and there was some buzz from the back of the box that Spider Woman is also Hydra as part of her double agent parts of her storyline.
Okay,
Okay. So I'm going to go back to my question again. Why is this she getting related to Black Widow anyway?
she has the
If
same.
you talk about an archetype or like a model chassis of like, okay, it's because of bioelectric strike, martial artist, and stealth all in combination, and the long movement.
Yeah.
Like we're starting with a comparison point. Why are you giving me shit over this?
Oh
Because I
God, you
don't
made
like
him
your
cry.
comparison. They're two different models.
Okay,
Drink away your emotions.
That's what I do.
So, the combination of martial artist and stealth is pretty dang awesome. I always like that combination because no matter what happens, you're always just at a disadvantage when fighting against them.
yeah,
She
and
has the profile to basically become an assassination character. Um,
yeah,
goes out, targets somebody, like even the intoxicating blast at a range 2. I'm not sure if it's worthwhile to have them move and then drop everything. Um,
because you may or may not be able to pick it up if you move them the full movement away.
also, uh,
So I'm
the
thinking move
target
it like
if the
laterally.
target if the target has the poison condition before damage is dealt, the character may advance short. So it's basically there's two conditions that it has to have poison, which you can do off bioelectric, and then you have to have damage dealt. Okay, cool. After the attack resolved, the character drops all objective tokens it's holding. Cool. Um, that could
Play it with
be
Omega Red.
it's two. You're still two away at most. Um, but if the character's dazed, interrogate comes up, but
It's very powerful.
you're very very power hungry with her.
Because again, I think movement is such an important part of this game. I don't fly, I glide is probably going to get used a lot. I could see teaming her up with Omega Red or other poison characters like Sin to try to reduce her dependency on using her own poison generation. I'd also say it's worth pointing out that she has shock as one of her element options. Like if setting up intoxicating blast isn't a priority, or if they're already poisoned from something else, I think shock or stun are both very good to apply. We don't see shock in as many places.
Shock is nice,
So
and stun's amazing. So
stun is good enough that a lot of really important 5 or up models are immune to it.
yeah,
Letting
how would you play her? Okay, so
May I
glide.
mention something while
Okay,
you're
go
thinking?
ahead. Sorry, my thought is glide in, bioelectric strike, and then long move out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean, I also can't stress enough how just decent the fact that her builder is range 3. on what's
She's
probably a normal size base. That's actually really nice.
she's also along with wall color, which is just
Hmm.
yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
so from another perspective, I kind of get your vibe, Matt, is that for fourth threat, she doesn't seem like she's doing a lot. She's doing a lot of objective focus stuff, and she has certain conditions to get her in her sweet spot to make her really useful, as opposed to someone who's just
well, see,
clearly useful.
I don't really see her being like niched into anything. Like
So
she's
she
from
could do some damage. She can move really fast. She can make you drop something, but you can't do any of it well.
if she's in Hydra, okay?
yeah, again, this is my neurons
Yeah,
firing that she could be.
Cabal or Hydra, I can see her doing an awful lot. Um,
Mm.
but she's still for threat. I'd rather take
That's
Black
where my
Cat.
problem is.
Yeah, I'd rather
She's
take
fourth
Black Cat
threat,
and throw in something else. Like she does a lot of really good stuff and a lot of situational stuff. I don't think I would pay 4 for martial arts and stealth. Like
yeah.
I want to be excited for her, but at the same time, it just feels like, well, we have just Agent Venom, and we have all these other characters that fourth threat that are just absolutely amazing. Get Rhino.
Now, with what you are saying, because I know Jake, this is one of your favorite spots. I did take a peek at her cards.
Ooh,
I got one more thing to add before I talk about cards.
sure.
Okay.
So thinking from a kind of the flip side of the coin of the master of none aspect to her character, where she has lots of kit. If you think about it as, okay, what if I wanted Miles Morales for his objective dropping, but I also wanted Black Cat for objective running? Combine their 5 threat. This is 4 and has both. So if your roster
Well,
building is where
but
you're taking multiple characters, then I think you can combine them into one model that does both parts well.
I would agree maybe if we were
Or
trying to not combine two characters to make her, because
I
I don't think
kind of
she does any of those aspects well enough
She's
to be
also
not wanting to bring
I
those 6 points.
I
Jake's
guess I'm
also. I
confused
mean,
though because she does them exactly as well as the other characters we praise for it.
But
Like
I get
people,
more activations out of two characters.
well, my point is people praise Miles and splash Miles for his ability to force someone to drop stuff as well as having stealth, where she is arguably tankier than Miles and can still make people drop stuff and just has one less range on her teleport.
But her making her drop stuff, I don't know. I guess I find it hard to take 4 point slot
Yeah. It's
to
easier to slot models in when they have a really clear purpose, like Rhino.
hmm
Rhino is discount Juggernaut. You take him if you can't afford Juggernaut. He has one job on the table,
yeah.
which is to use his tactic cards in the most hilarious way. But for her, it's harder to figure out what am I not taking instead of
Yeah.
so
Spider Woman.
you are correct. She's really tanky. That's a bonus. She's got a
Yeah.
lot of defensive nonsense going on for her. She's got a pretty good offensive capability, but the problem is that she's like
She's not
I want to
great
be
at it.
specialized. I want her to be like look at her and go, this is her job. And unfortunately, right now I'm looking at her and going, she's got like 4 different jobs.
Good.
And
And I guess to kind of go back to your comparison is I still feel like I need to take two models anyway. So I'd rather take two models and spend 6 than take two models and spend 7.
hey, Jake, tell
Hmm.
me about her cards, and we'll
I'll
see if
tell you
that
about
changes the opinion.
Now that
her.
does slightly if once we take her slightly out of the vacuum.
Uh,
Yes.
looking at her first card, Double Agent. Unaffiliated, reactive. So you can take this with her wherever she goes. We don't have any good clues like we did with Agent Venom that, oh yeah, he came with a Guardians of the Galaxy card. He's definitely Guardians affiliated. At the start of the activation phase, an allied Spider Woman can spend 2 power. Choose an enemy character. The next time the chosen character gains an activated token, remove an activated token from Spider Woman. This is weird. There are head games involved. You
Yeah.
probably want to. So, start of activation phase, you play this. No one's activated yet. You call your shot and say, hey, when you activate Rhino, if my Spider Woman is already activated, then I will unactivate her. So, long story short, I think you have to have initiative.
You
You
have to have
activate
initiative,
first.
and she has to go first.
Because
And
otherwise, now to be fair though, there's probably some people who'd be like, I just spent 2 power to force my opponent to activate a specific model first.
Yeah, that's actually more how I would use it.
I mean, that's yeah,
Or they just decide it's not worth denying Spider Woman. Like if basically you're saying, hey, one of your best models just finished crushing my half of the table, and now they need to reposition, but they're not near anything else. Like, cool, Magneto, you're too far away to do something right now. Or Toad, you're way the heck over there. You already have passed off your objective. So you could probably cause some hijinks, but you're not going to be Magneto, who's going to crush my just flipped over wounded character in the face. So I'll call my shot and be like, cool, Toad. If you when you activate Toad, Spider Woman will get a second turn. You're also kind of calling your shot that Spider Woman's going to be your first activation.
yeah.
Not
This is
necessarily though. It plays a mindfuckery game.
yeah.
I mean,
This is
I wouldn't.
something you'll have to practice.
I would literally just if you're like, cool, Rhino, and I'm gonna be like, cool. I have one turn or I have until you activate Spider Woman. I have to daze her because it will not matter at that point.
Also true. Which, as long as you're not at exactly range 3, Spider Woman's got tech for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm okay with
It's
it.
interesting. Like, I think it's worth taking with her because at the very least, it's going to put weird pressure on your opponent. We always say try to put your opponent into bad decision territory.
Hmm.
Like, if it's a no-brainer decision for them just to ignore you playing this, then it probably wasn't played well.
Yeah.
I'd probably play it late game.
I'd say round 3 or 4 is probably good.
I mean, if you could have her activate, daze somebody, then have her activate again, and like steal a point. Um, that's also having to have her in position to do something.
No,
Um,
I would actually play this 2-3,
Mm.
and this would be the turn I try and take advantage of interrogate.
okay.
Because she can spend 2 whole activations building up power for interrogate.
Yep.
Yeah.
She could probably daze somebody in her first activation and then spend her second activation just building up the power for interrogate.
True. You use her first to go screw up something over here. The rest of your team goes and knocks out 3 people over there. Oh no, I get to go again. Boop. I glide. We're good.
I'm a long mover with a range 2 teleport.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got?
She also has On Patrol, unaffiliated. Reactive. An allied Spider Woman or allied Carol Danvers can spend 2 power to play this card. This round, whenever an enemy character interacts with or picks up an objective token, both Carol Danvers and Spider Woman may advance short. Does not say towards, it just says advance short.
Okay, so which tells me there's going to be another Captain Marvel eventually.
That is
That's
accurate
yeah.
because this does not say Captain Marvel. It also tells me that they really want people to play original
Captain Marvel.
Captain. This is the second character that's given a tactic card that buffs Captain Marvel outside of the core set. The other one was War Machine.
Yeah.
So it almost is like just buff her. Just take Captain Marvel and make her better. Redesign the character rather than keep shoehorning tactic cards and other releases to get people to take her.
I mean, what else was Carol Danvers other than Captain America? Like, I can't like think if she
Captain
had a
Marvel.
different.
It was Captain Marvel. But
Sorry, Captain Marvel. But like, I can't think of anything in Marvel that she was just like she wasn't Photon. She wasn't anything else. Like, I
She doesn't
can't.
have to be a different character. It can just because there's Captain America and then there's Steve Rogers, Captain America. It's just
and
different time periods.
and
True.
and there was also Captain America with wings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can just make a new model.
Sure.
Kind of like how they fixed Spider-Man by releasing the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. Now we can have the amazing Harold Andrews.
Earth's mightiest hero, Captain
And
Marvel.
Zombie Captain Marvel.
I'm gonna put my shot out. I'm not looking forward to the zombies
You
expansion.
you shut the hell up.
I don't
That's it.
care
No, you're
about
just
zombies.
you're out. You're out. Mm-mm.
I'm
Okay, so
gonna
Pat,
sit here and be really upset
Nope.
when they
Nope.
make
You
it
go
fun
read
to
next.
play
What's the next card?
because
What's the
I
next
don't
card?
like the zombie
that
character.
is
I
poker
don't
card.
care.
What's the next card?
That is both her
That's
cards.
That's
it.
it.
That's all her
That's
cards.
it. Screw you, Jake.
Yeah,
You take your non-zombie loving ass and just walk off.
I mean, with her 2 cards, she becomes slightly more interesting.
She doesn't become
She,
interesting
All
enough.
right. Let's
I didn't
let's
say
talk about
enough.
this. Let's talk about this card real quick.
No.
Because we talked about the implications for what they want to do with Captain Marvel, but not whether this card is good. I think this card is good. It's a lot of
Mhm.
movement for 2 models, but only one of them has to pay for.
This round though.
Yeah, this round.
So
Yeah.
okay, if they pick up an objective,
Interact
Whenever
with.
they interact
interact
with
with the
or
objective.
pick up. So basically do anything for scenario.
And that's
Yeah, they need to move
anyone.
short.
Whenever an
Anybody.
enemy character.
Enemy characters.
You play this round 2.
Play around too.
Yeah.
Or when you
Or if the new Carol Danvers has extra power generation, play it round 1.
Yeah.
Move to your models way upfield.
I mean, if you're going to take that card, you want to take a objective heavy, but what, you're gonna get
I would take it even not objective heavy.
two
It's
Yeah.
just
movements out of it? Two shorts?
It's
Two
borderline useful even if you don't bring Carol Danvers.
Yeah, two shorts is longer than her one long movement.
That seems borderline, but yeah. It's definitely
Would I
longer
s-
than a medium move.
Would I still
I would
care
totally.
enough?
Say you're looking at hammers,
Yeah.
and say your opponent just dropped one of your models that had 2 hammers. They pick up both hammers. That's 2 interact actions, which is 2 short moves.
I mean, I can see me working with Intoxicating Blast where you just make somebody drop all these hammers, or you have people just dropping stuff everywhere.
Wait, I'm confused. How do you think this works?
If you have Intoxicating Blast and they have to drop all their objectives they're holding,
Cool.
if you don't grab them all, and the next turn they're grabbing them,
You get to move short.
you get to move short.
Yeah,
But
I
is
would
that
just grab
worth it?
It's more in the beginning of the game. It's a way to once again screw with your opponent's head. Well, if I pick this hammer up that's right in front of me, I'm gonna have 2 models closer down my throat that are both punishing to begin with.
I kind of want
That
that.
are
If you're going to play a
okay, so
card.
think outside of your I'm
No, no,
criminal
no, no, no. I'm
syndicate
thinking.
bubble.
I'm thinking like.
That's
I'm thinking like at this point. I'm thinking like Asgard or Guardians of the Galaxy or anyone who's going to have like Black Order. Um, they
Well,
play this card, and you're just like, cool. Interact with an objective. Move short. Come towards me.
well,
but
remember, it's
it's
not
also a
towards.
bay, and it's moved short
Yeah,
anywhere.
but it's
So they
like,
can always
Repositions
move
the flanks
themselves.
better.
yeah,
They can always move out of the Corvus Glaive death teleport murder zone.
Yeah.
but are you going to do that before or after? Because if you know they play that card, I'm just going to attack the crap out of her, then pick up the
It's
objective.
it's
But
more
do
of a
you have enough
card.
power left to pick up or interact with the objective after murdering the crap out of somebody?
I
If you have
mean,
to use spenders or superpowers.
I mean,
It
if it's
forces your
Corvus,
opponent to
yes,
make decisions on priority of what they need to do when it's near enough that it matters.
I mean, the only thing I can think of this being useful is you're playing against like Spider Friends, Web Warriors, sorry. Um, where
It's crazy to me how much we seem to be undervaluing free movement.
No,
no,
I'm
Movement
totally
is
with
so
you on this,
good.
Jake.
I
I think it's a great screw with your opponent, make them think movement.
mm,
Mhm.
I don't
It
think
just
it's. I think you're putting too much weight. Like I like free movement. I think you're putting too much weight on the conditions to get said free movement.
I would
It's out of
I
your control, but it's gonna happen in any given round.
Mm,
yeah, I just it's making your opponent ask and answer his own questions, which is better for you than him not asking questions at all or answering questions at all.
I'd
It's
rather
just like
take the
War
other
Machine.
card.
You can take both. It's a great
You don't
game.
have to take
No,
either.
don't take both. If you're playing like Hydra or something, there's no reason to take both just for this one character. Yeah, she's a
But if I
four
want
threat. She's a four threat, but take like anything else.
Didn't you like last time say take both of Rhinos and laugh?
Yeah, because it's funny. Neither of these are funny. Neither of
Tony,
these are like,
this is games. This is not optimized.
yeah,
It does not make me laugh. This does not give joy. Throw away.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
probably.
I think we're done.
Yeah, I got nothing else with his character. I think I don't like her. I don't agree with what she does. I don't think she's good enough.
I
I don't think she's worth
I don't
taking
believe in what
over
she
two
stands for.
models. I think I still have to take 2 models with her, so I still end up having to pay 7 points instead of 5 or 6. Like I just don't. There's nothing about her I like.
I would if you're going for a was it tall instead of a wide list,
They're
maybe,
still better. They're still better than
but the game doesn't like tall lists, it likes the wide lists. So
that's
I
not
don't
true.
take
know.
two
Black Widow does
characters.
fine.
I like having someone I feel I can trust to hold down a flank on their own.
How much is Juggernaut?
5.
If you're sending Juggernaut to deal with Spider-Woman, then you have lost that exchange.
I mean, take Rhino, like, or take any, like,
Also, she can move Juggernaut off a point. You're not even guaranteed to beat her.
Yeah. But with all that said, let us know what your opinion is of Spider-Woman because we're very divided.
just in the comments, just write down, I agree with James. That's all you have to put down. That's it.
Remember, a vote for James is a vote for MCP.
That's right.
I really thought you were going to say communism, and I don't know why. I don't have a good explanation. I think
Uh,
we need to sign
that's
off. This
it.
is
That's it.
Okay,
Done.
game off.
Bye.
We're
Game
done.
off.
Bye.
bye.